Matt Kindt's amazing revelations for New Japan could only be executed by a visionary with Clayton Crain's supreme talent. I remember discovering Valiant Comics and seeing the Rai character for the first time. I immediately thought Rai has the coolest appearance I've ever seen. Little did I know one brilliant image was about to introduce me to my personal favorite comic story of all times and two of my favorite creators. Matt Kindt is the most underrated writer in the entire industry. He's a paragon of writing excellence in an industry dying for quality stories. Clayton Crain's unparalleled digital graphic abilities make him a visionary in the entire comic book industry. Digital comic book art has been around for a while, but his illustrations are still miles away from any other artist. Rai No. 1's new classic status is cemented not by great character moments or revelations, but because it's an introduction to an amazing new world and story arc in the Valiant comic universe. The opening page of the book is mind-blowing. Every subsequent page looks just as amazing. Clayton Crain's introduction to New Japan is a fascinating look at a future society living on a super city orbiting Earth. Modern digital graphics and movies often look too clean and perfect. Not the case with Crain's brilliantly realized setting. Everything from the costumes to the city structure and composition makes the world feel lived in and relatable to readers. The sheer scope of Crain's creation is an astonishing achievement. You won't find a wholly new setting visually realized this perfectly in any other medium. Clayton Crain's work on Rai was the moment I realized comic books are the perfect storytelling vehicle. Unbound by budgetary and technology constraints of TV and movies, yet able to accurately portray the author's true vision while still conveying character thoughts and feelings to readers just like novels. By the time Rai made his first appearance, Clayton Crain was firmly entrenched as my favorite artist in the entire industry. Crain's Rai character design is as flawless as everything else in the book. The trademark Rising Sun logo on his chest is a bold, cool visual. The metallic appearance of his head covering is immediately recognizable as non-human, while the character holds many other physical humanoid traits like clearly defined muscle structure, leading readers to ask, what is Rai exactly? An answer writer Matt Kindt fleshes out impeccably. I describe Rai as a combination of The Matrix and 1984, two of my favorite stories of all times. The setting of New Japan is seemingly a utopia created and managed by the mysterious Father. The residents who escaped a dying Earth for refuge on New Japan are cared for while Father watches over them. The outwardly serene existence is thrown off kilter when the first murder in 1,000 years occurs. The crime is witnessed by Lula, a teenage inhabitant of the satellite colony. In Matt Kindt's New Japan, residents receive positronic companions when they come of age to keep them from feeling lonely and discourage camaraderie with other people. Positronics are basically slaves, and some are abused in very devious ways by morally corrupt owners. Lula is excited at the prospect of meeting Rai at the crime scene, the mysterious hero of Japan and emissary of Father. His presence is meant to keep the people of New Japan in line. All have heard his name, but very few have ever seen him. Rai has a special relationship with Father, is the only being who communicates with him directly. Some inhabitants of New Japan think Rai is a spirit or ghost because he can appear anywhere. Father has imbued Rai with special abilities in New Japan few can fathom. Kindt lays a tremendous foundation for Valiant Comics' 4001 AD universe. When Rai and Lula finally meet for the first time, readers are primed for a tale in a uniquely defined world of excitement and intrigue. Kindt hints at the political climate of New Japan, where seeds of dissent against Father are growing. I was completely absorbed by Matt Kindt and Clayton Crain's captivating New Japan setting and its great protector. Rai No. 1 is the perfect start to the best comic book story I've ever read. Matt Kindt's amazing revelations for New Japan could only be executed by a visionary with Clayton Crain's supreme talent. The story of Rai and his eventual betrayal of Father is contained in 16 issues, Rai 1 through 12 and 4001 AD 1 through 4. There's a rare hardback collection of the Rai issues that costs about $300 and up on the used market. Rai issues 1 through 12 are collected in 3 trades: Welcome to New Japan, Orphan, and Battle for New Japan. There's a 4th trade collecting issues 13 through 16, but those stories don't directly relate to the first 12 issues. 4001 AD was a Valiant event and included 4 tie-in issues. None contain information vital to the story, but 4001 AD Exo Manowar does provide an explanation for a key piece of equipment used during the story. Rai also includes my favorite piece of connective tissue in any shared comic universe with Book of Death Ninja K #1. Valiant is currently releasing a sequel to Rai from writer Dan Abnett called Fallen World. It doesn't follow Rai well in my opinion, and I don't recommend reading it. Thanks for watching my latest installment of New Classics. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I would appreciate it very much. It helps us attract more views for the channel. Subscribe for future commentary, comic book news, and reviews. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. If you want to talk comics, movies, and much, much more, you can follow me on Twitter at Wes_from_TC. With that, Salamat Po, and I'm out.